how are you feeling ahead of the All Blacks day?
I'm worried about training today at the moment, but I guess I'm just taking it day by day. Pretty stoked. Yeah.
Ian said that you lost your voice or you were quiet. Is that just about you trying to soak up everything and soak up the All Blacks environment and everything that comes with that since you've come to camp?
I lost it before I came to camp.
Was that because of the celebrations?
Yeah, a little bit. From the haka, I think so.
Codie, what have you seen from Tamaiti through, I suppose not just this year, but the last few years at the Crusaders, which sort of tells you he's ready for this next step?
I think he's been in the system down south for a few years now. You don't have to look twice to realise there's a lot of potential there, and I think over the last year or two he's had a great opportunity to play some Super Rugby. Unfortunately, it's on the back of a few boys getting injured, but Big B stepped in there and put his hand up, and I was just hugely proud of the efforts, from being a prop that comes off the bench playing 20 minutes to someone that played like 70 in a Super Rugby final and played extremely well. I think it's a testament to him and his work he's put on off the field, and also the support he has behind him. So just excited to see him get out there and play Test footy.
What's your advice to Mighty playing South Africa? A team, obviously, these younger guys don't play a lot of these days.
Yeah, I think it's different. I don't know. Have you played South Africa before? No, in terms of Super?
No, I can't do after.
Yeah, so I think you just got to take each moment as it comes, enjoy it, soak it up, and then just rip in. We've seen when he gets the ball in hand, he's pretty handy, and it's been going pretty good at set piece time as well. So it's going to be a big challenge, but there's someone similar, Fletcher Newell last year debuted against, I believe it was South Africa as well, and he definitely put his hand up, and I know they get along really well, so he might have some advice from there too.
Mighty, is this something you thought of as a youngster when you first started playing footy?
It's something you dream of. I think a lot of young Māori boys could only dream of being in this team, so for me to get an opportunity is pretty cool, and it's just as I said, as a young Māori boy, not a lot of people get the opportunity to put the black jersey on as many times as this guy anyway, so yeah, it's just cool.
Have you had a chance to talk to your friends and whānau, and how did they react?
I called my parents first. Mum just cried, Dad didn't say anything, and then I called my fiancée and she just cried too, so I think it's taken a bit of time for them to let it soak in, but they're just happy.
I know you lived in Australia a fair while, but was it always the All Blacks for you, even through that time?
Yeah, always All Blacks, yeah, 100%. I did like league growing up, but for me All Blacks was the pinnacle.
Did you play some league over there? Or?
Yeah, I grew up playing league. Union on Saturday, league on Sunday, so I was pretty busy weekends, but my family always sat down to watch an All Blacks game, especially over there.
Tamaiti, a lot's been said and written about your improvement this year, but in your own mind, where do you feel you've been able to make this, this improvement, this step to the level you're at now?
I had to have a hard look at myself and my fitness. I had mentors like this guy around me down there, and I asked him, what do I have to do? And he said, you got to get fit. So I had a big off season, and I just came in. I just want to train every day and get better. So that was the main goal.
What does it mean to represent a very small town in the far north that often doesn't get a lot of great publicity tonight?
Yeah, good question. It means a lot. My uncle's Eric Rush, so he was a big mentor for me coming through, especially school in Auckland, and then he texts me every now and then just saying you got to keep pushing for the people in the far north. yeah, it means a lot for my family. So yeah.
Tamaiti, what is your game prep compared to, well, what will your game prep be heading into this weekend's game compared to your Super Rugby game prep?
For me, not much changes. I try to keep it as simple as I can. There's a lot going on, so just keep my game prep the same, because all I need to do is go out there and do my own job for the team. So yeah.
Codie, Ian mentioned the depth in the hooking department. How much does that push your game?
Yeah, I think you got to be on, don't you? The back of last week, Codie played pretty well and doesn't get a crack this week, but definitely put his hand up, and we've seen what Sonny can do, both super level and All Black level. So yeah, there's the element of I suppose pressure there that you want to nail your role as well and get out there and do it for the boys. So this great opportunity and a great challenge, I think. So yeah.
Codie, is it important that last week's performance is a bit of a benchmark for this group going forward with only 4 tests before the World Cup?
I think it's a great start. I don't know if it's a benchmark. I think this week will be a real tell for us as a team, especially as a forward pack. They've probably got one of the most formidable forward packs in the world in terms of size and ability and the way they play the game. So what a challenge at home. We played them twice over there last year and get to play them here before what's going to be a big World Cup. So
how much do you relish that sort of challenge personally?
Oh, it's huge, mate. I think if you're talking about the man standing opposite you, there's a couple of great hookers there, and right across the board they play bloody good footy, and they're big men. They're not small, so it's no better challenge as an All Black to go against a South African forward pack like they have.
How do you prepare for that, bracing yourself for that onslaught?
Yeah, I think mentally you got to get yourself in a pretty dark place, be ready for what's coming. But at the same time, I think we've made good stead in our forward pack over the last sort of 18 months, and we're going to fire a few shots too. So
We've got to the Springboks who the scariest All Black was. So we'll ask you two, who's the scariest?
Scariest. For me, growing up was probably just the most formidable was Schalkberger. He's a bit of a beast, and he threw everything at whoever was in front of him.
You mentioned their two hookers. What different qualities do they have that you've got to keep an eye on?
I think they're great scrummagers. They both have different ways of going about it, but they back themselves in that area. Great line out option, throwers, and around that maul stuff. They're always on the back, sort of looking for opportunities. So I think they've just always played with a lot of confidence, and you've got to go out there and match that, or if not be better. So it's a good challenge.
Tamaiti, you talk about your mobility and obviously your fitness, and it's sort of been recorded that you've trimmed down a little bit to help that. But how important for you and your game is your size? I mean, it's part of who you are, isn't it? It's part of how you make your impact. Do you have to balance kind of keeping that size and that power?
Yeah, it's good. It's good being big, but if you're big and you can't get around, you can't do anything. So for me, it's just getting more involvement in the game and being big. So if I can get my hands on the ball more, I have to be fitter. So like you said, it's just balancing it out. Yeah.
How much weight have you trimmed off since you came into Super Rugby?
I weighed in at 139 this morning. I think the heaviest in Super Rugby I've been was 149, so yeah, fluctuates.
That's an important 10 kgs, right?
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Yeah. Mum and Dad coming down
Yep.
the game, obviously,
Yep, Mum and Dad's making the trip down from the north.
and others from up there. Well,
Yeah, I try to keep it, the whole north would come if they could, but the tickets are expensive, so just get my mum, dad, my grandparents, my fiance and my sisters. So
where were your grandparents from up there?
Yeah.
Coyote.
Yep, yeah, they're both from the north. Yeah.
Codie, obviously with Tamaiti, the first impact you have is of his size. He's called a man mountain, but how much beyond that does he offer? Just, you've seen him obviously, and particularly this year. How much more does he offer than just being a big piece?
Oh, I think from what I've seen, I don't think I've seen someone with that stature and skill set in the world around his ability to play with the ball, explosiveness and footwork for a big man. I've always joked that he should go to the NFL and have a crack because he'd go right, I reckon. But he obviously likes it here a bit too much, which is a good thing because we need him. But yeah, it's pretty impressive, and that stuff doesn't just happen. He's obviously been gifted with good genes, and he's got a great mum and dad behind him that support him. So he's had to still put in some hard work to get there, which I think everyone should be pretty proud of.
Team, we'll do one more, please.
Tamaiti predominantly played loose head, played a bit of tight head this year. Is that a continual journey that you're on, wanting to do both, or is it better to specialise in one?
Yeah. My whole career, I've kind of jumped back and forward. Like Coach said, unfortunately, for some of the boys getting injured. Like I said before, it's a part of my prep now. You got to expect anything in a game of rugby. So this week I'll just be focusing on loose head, but going forward, I think I'll always prepare for both sides.
You mentioned before you obviously haven't played South Africa, but are there any memories in particular? All Black Springboks battles over there, there's been some doozies, any that stand out?
Right, just some big hits, man. I just love the physicality you see on TV when the All Blacks and Springboks meet, so it's something I'm looking forward to.
What position do you play in the league?
Prop.
Well, thanks, boys.
Cheers,
Cheers, team. Thanks.